Welcome to Practicing Prayer. This is the Practicing Prayer unit, but not everything in this unit is a prayer. There are exercises for being silent, paying attention, and praying with others because these skills open new depths to prayer. There are also tools and models to make aspects of praying easier. Most notably, the Prayer Flip book was designed to help people pray with their heart, body, mind, and soul. Like a trade school, this material involves lots of doing and experimenting. Like exercise, it's good if it occasionally feels weird or challenging. The aim of prayer is to be with God, but we cannot force God to show up. If we could force God to speak or act in certain ways, this would not be prayer, it would be magic. Christian prayer is communication with the living God. Practicing prayer is learning to lift our hearts and lives to God, and learning to open ourselves to be more fully in God's presence. We cannot force God to be present, but we can practice directing our lives toward the God who loves us. This unit has various lessons which will require several sessions to complete. Expect 7 to 8 weeks to complete the Practicing Prayer unit. We have found an attitude of experimentation is crucial. Some things won't work. That's okay. Learning happens as the group experiments and reflects together on what worked and what did not. Let's begin the first lesson. Our goal over the coming weeks is to pull prayer apart so we can intentionally practice different elements and styles of praying. Hopefully, there will be time this makes praying feel strange. That strange feeling means we are pushing beyond what was comfortable into new depths. Embrace it. Prayer is like a conversation with God, so we will practice talking and listening. Prayer is like a garden, so we will practice pruning sins and planting ourselves in God. Prayer is like a journey into God's presence, so we will practice traveling deeper into the heart and mind of God. For our first activity, we are all going to share our name and what it means and why we were given that particular name. If you do not know what your name means, pull out your smartphone and do a quick search. Pause the video here and take a few moments to discuss your name and how that is connected to who you are.
The first activities we will do are to break the ice. Honestly, praying together requires us to trust each other. Sharing with each other is fun. It helps us get to know each other. It also helps us develop the trust that we will rely on in future lessons. Take a moment now and think of an answered prayer you know about. It might be a prayer that God answered for you, or a prayer God answered for someone else. Pause the video and take a minute of quiet to think on and discuss that answered prayer. Hit play when you are ready to move on.
Prayer is powerful. In prayer, God can change our hearts and minds. Prayer can change the world. As our second activity in this unit together, go around the room and answer this question. What do you hope to get out of this prayer unit? Pause here to discuss and hit play when you are done.
We often rush into prayer. It is time to eat. Let's pray real quick. Or, it's time for the meeting or Bible study to start. Let's pray. As a result, prayer is often how we prepare for other activities. But we rarely prepare to pray. Prayer works without preparation, but it is more effective when we prepare. One important way to prepare for prayer is silence. Silence, which is not the same as thinking nothing, does several things. It helps us be aware of what we are feeling, worrying, and planning. It prepares us to hear from God. It gives us room to remember the topics and people we want to bring to God. In our next activity, we are going to practice silence by being silent for 3 minutes. As thoughts come up, notice them and let them go. Collect yourself so you are ready to bring your whole self, heart, body, mind, and soul, into God's presence. Pause the video here. Set a timer for 3 minutes. When you are done, discuss the questions on the screen and hit play when you are finished.
Another way we prepare to pray is by learning from prayer experts, especially Jesus. When his disciples asked Jesus, "Teach us to pray," he didn't tell them what to feel. He didn't say, "Just talk," or "There's no wrong way to pray." He gave them words to say. Jesus gives us a shape for prayer. We're going to pray the Lord's Prayer together, then reflect on it. Take the Lord's Prayer handout and pray this prayer together. And when you are done, pause the video and discuss these 3 questions. Where does Jesus point our attention first? How does this prayer teach us to talk about ourselves? How does this prayer teach us to talk about each other? Pause here and hit play when you are done.
Now we're going to pray the Lord's Prayer again to help us listen for God's voice. When we complete it this time, hit pause and set a timer for 90 seconds. Sit in silence for those 90 seconds and listen to what God might be telling you. After the 90 seconds, discuss these questions. What impressions came to your mind during the time of silence? How did the prayer shape the silence?
For our final in-person activity of Lesson 1, take out your prayer flipbook and turn the top section to the posture of clenched fist. For the middle section, choose any of the images of God on your own. It's up to you. Place the flipbook on the table on your lap and close your eyes. Think of a person or situation you are worried or frustrated about. Picture why that situation is difficult. As you remember this person or situation, clench your fists tight. Next, we are going to hand over our concerns to God because God is trustworthy. Open your eyes and look at your image of God. Remember, our God is a real God who loves us and wants to work all things to our good. Now, I invite you to hand over this situation to God, and as you do, release your clenched fists. With eyes open or closed, listen for God's words of comfort to you. Take 30 seconds to hear God's words of comfort to you. And when those 30 seconds are done, discuss these questions. How was this prayer effective? Clenching fists is a way to use our body to help our heart and soul let go of something. How did clenching your fists affect your prayer? How did the different context affect your experience of the silence?
For your homework, keep practicing prayer. You can do this by doing the exercises on the Lord's Prayer handout, which will help you explore the depths of the Lord's Prayer. These activities shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. Find a moment already in your daily rhythm you could use to do these exercises. See you for Lesson 2 next time.